Hello folks, hello everybody. This is another video in the Embargo Man channel. And well, people, if you're staying in there, I know what you were looking at. There's no product review, but this is something that I might say to shout out. Okay, okay. This is just for one particular person. I'm gonna shout out to iJustine or Justine, is Eric? iJustine. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know if I can say your name right. So I have seen one of your videos about not missing the headphone jack, right? You know what? I would say this. I know for you, you are an Apple fangirl, and I bet that I think I have something. I think I have something in there. I have something that I'm gonna show you. All right, just hold on. So this is a wire. This is a headphone jack. These are like these. I have a portable radio anyway. Like these are these Sony earplugs, right? You know, right there. Anyway, that's what it is. I still use a headphone jack. But in a way, of course, there's so many things that, I mean, going wireless is awesome. I mean, there's nothing so wireless that I can remember. I remember, even though there were this, getting up and turning on the TV. I mean, turning on the TV, changing the channel, go like tick, click, 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 click. All right. Yes, the first thing that I mean, whoever comes out with this invention, I mean, after all, I might just have some detail about the remote control or infrared technology, right? So I find out something, Justine, that you might not know. This is about the remote control. All right. Remote control. So you better have to thank somebody for this. So the first thing to come out wireless, even though it has been there. It has been there for a while, even though I don't freaking miss getting up, you know. It is called the remote control. I mean, I have seen it. In electronics, the remote control is a component of electronic devices used to operate a device from distance, usually wirelessly. For example, consumer electronics remote control can be used to operate devices such as a television set, DVD player, or other home appliances, right? The remote, you know, this is what I'm talking about. The remote items. This is controls primary inconvenience feature for users and cannot allow operation devices convenient reach for direct operations of controls. In some cases, remote controls allow a person to operate devices they otherwise would not be able to reach when a garage door opener is triggered outside a digital light processing projector that is mounted in a high ceiling control person from the floor level, right? More to this, I'm just saying that like this is it. It says in 1894, an example of wireless controlling distance was during demonstration of British physics called Oliver Lodge, and he made use of Branly's coator to make mirror galvanometer move a beam to light when an electronic magnetic wave artificially generated. This was further refined to innovation of Guglielmo Marconi, William Priest, and demonstration took place in the 1896 Toynbee Hall in London, in which they made bell ring pushing button in a box not connected to by any wires. In 1890, and this is Tesla. Nikola Tesla filed his patent, U.S. patent in patent 613809, name method of apparatus controlling mechanism moving vehicle or vehicles with publicly demonstrated radio controlling during an electrical exhibition in Madison Square Garden. Tesla called his boat a telemark. Well, thanks to Tesla and to Oliver Lodge for having this invention of wireless technology, infrared. This is something that you might know for this, and it says but most part of it it says in 1908, Leonardo Cuvier presented a Telechino at the Paris Academy Science, accompanied by brief and marketing and experiment of demonstrations. At the same time, he obtained patent in France, Spain, Great Britain, and the United States. Telechino consists of a robot that executed commands, transmitted electromagnetic waves with Telechino Torres Quevedo lead in the field to remote control in 1906. Presence of the king before great crowd tourists successfully demonstrated the port of Bilbao, guiding a boat from shores. Later on would apply to Telechino projects to torpedoes to abandon projects, lack of finances, fire remote control model airplane flew in 1932. Right, and the use of a remote control technology for military purposes was worked intensively during the Second World War. One result of this being the German Wasserfall missile. In the 1930s, several remote control offered remote controls for some of the higher end models. To most of these were connected to the seat, being controlled by wires. But Philco Mystery Control 1939 was a battery operated low frequency transmitter, making it the first wireless remote control for consumer devices using pulse count modulation. This also was the first digital wireless remote control. Okay, this is where wireless is. Television remote controls. This is one remote. It's called this right there. So this is what it is. This is the first remote control to television was developed by Zenith Corporation in 1950. The remote control called Lazy Bones connected to television wireless remote Flashmatic was developed in 1955 by Egwene Poli. Thanks to Egwene Poli, that we are now living in a day where everything is wireless. You know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have any Bluetooth. Bluetooth will never existed, right? So it says here, in 1956, Robert Adler developed Zenith Space Command, a wireless remote that was mechanical use, ultrasound, change channels, volume. When the user pushed a button, the remote control struck to bar and clicked mechanical simmer to plug each of the 4 bars circuits. Television dedicated the sound and interpret them in channel up, down, sound on and off. Later, rapid decrease of transmitters made possible to cheaper electronic remotes. Piezoelectric crystal that was fed by oscillating electric current frequency near the upper of the human hearings, through still audible to dogs. To receive control microphone attached to the circuit was turned to the same frequency on problems with method or delivered by metal against glass example, and some people could hear the lower ultrasonic harmonics, right? In some cases, put it in forms that with this device, this is the first wireless device that came out. If it wasn't for the remote control, I mean for iJustine, if it wasn't for this, you are still, you know what? You are going to still use a headphone jack on your iPhone 7. If it wasn't for this, you're still going to use a headphone jack. And then one thing that it is, in somehow, I don't miss getting off my butt, going up to the TV and changing the TV. Click, click, click. Yeah, thanks to the remote control. Thanks to the remote control. So, it was a long time ago, right? And I remember about you not missing the headphone jack. So, the headphone jack's still around. I don't miss the wires because I was having, there were remote devices for somehow. In a way, I was just using these wireless headphones, even though you have to plug it in the back of the TV. That was back in the day when TVs were flat. I was using these things. These are the first wireless headphones that I have. These is from the Sharper Image store. Yeah, Sharper Image. All right, and then you turn it on. You gotta have you turn on. You gotta have, like, you know, you gotta have batteries in there. But then you have to, like, turn on the base where you need to put, and this works marvelously, and I don't have to, like, miss, and, you know, can't up top of the TV, and like where I'm gonna do with the wires. Cannot stay close on the TV. I stay back, put these on, and voila, no more wires. And let's just put advantages of this. All right, no more using a wire. I mean, that's just absolutely awesome, right? An example, the first thing of a Bluetooth device. The first Bluetooth device, I mean, that was back in the 2000s, something, you know, the Bluetooth technology. And after talking about Bluetooth technology, it's another infrared technology. And yeah, this says about Apple and stuff, of Steve Wozniak of Apple, and then now this is everything to peripherals, and I say that the Bluetooth device, the Bluetooth technology was was used around the later 2000s, all right, like things of that nature. I mean, going wireless, I mean, if it's something the main technology home remote is infrared. Infrared was the first remote, you know, but the infrared technology, the Bluetooth is another infrared technology, right? I remember when. Well, here we go there. I'm gonna find it in there of Bluetooth. Bluetooth is another technology that I remember that with my phone, with the phone that I have, with the Motorola Razr, right? The first awesome phone that I remember that you could pass information from not just phone, but from one device that is Bluetooth compatible to another device that is Bluetooth compatible. That was awesome. I remember they used to have the ringtones, and I was getting like Super Mario ringtones and stuff. Bluetooth device transmitted to another Bluetooth device. That was just also one thing about Bluetooth, about sharing Bluetooth, you know. I mean, this thing, this is another remote device, and I mean, all of the works that have benefits for this has become this is just and this is one thing of Bluetooth device that started this, because I remember that Bluetooth is a wireless standard exchange data over short distances, shortwave UHF radio waves, ICM bands, right? But this is just another thing that this is used for personal smartphone computers, and it started back in the 90s. All right, the development of short link technology, are named Bluetooth, initiated in 1989 by Niels Riebeck. Yes, all right, but that's just later on, and then this is the information of Bluetooth technology, right? And the thing that they show, that we know the Bluetooth logo, right? The first thing that I might say about Bluetooth device is that I remember when I used to have a Sony Ericsson phone, and I have a Bluetooth device. I lost it, and it's called the Jabra Bluetooth, headset that you speak out. I will show you that, even though I have show you another device that it is, a Bluetooth device. This is the device I'm talking about. This is it. Justine, this is the device that I'm talking about. This is a Bluetooth device. This is a Jabra. So all you do is you put it in there. I don't freaking drive, but you put it in there, you turn it on, and then you connect it to your phone, right? And then you talk freely, even when you're walking or riding, whatever. I use this. This is really good device, awesome technology. I mean, Jabras are very good brand, and that's what I need. One thing as you tell me, you are also told, girl, are you also told that you don't miss the headphone jack? You don't miss this? I mean, for certainly, there's radios that still have headphone jacks. There's personal radios, or like alright, like, I don't know about MP3 players, but it's just affordable radios for $10 or whatever, One Bluetooth device I think I have connected, I know it is one Bluetooth device that I told you that which one that I'm gonna tell you, right? Oh, I have the box anyway. Anyway, the Bluetooth is JBL T40. The JBL T450BT. The JBL T450BT. If you want like that, I remember that you said about the AirPods, right? Yes, I know they're expensive, and then you could get something cheaper, and I recommend the JBL T450BT. I have used these, and then like the Amazon Fire Stick and Amazon Fire devices have Bluetooth compatible, and then this is awesome. It doesn't have a much static how wireless technology have come up with these days with the not even hearing static. But hey, one thing that I mean that the problem is that TVs have to deal with this thing. TVs didn't come up with their game to have Bluetooth compatible devices like these headsets. I mean these JBL headsets, I recommend these because these are very good. These are awesome, Justine. Like, you could go and listen into your iPhone and stuff or whatever. But I might say like Sony need to make one of their TVs compatible with Bluetooth compatible headsets instead of hitting up and connected somewhere in the dock and stuff, and there's like, that's it, because there's advantages and disadvantages. The advantages of wires, all right? The advantages of wires is that you connect it and you can listen every time, you know, don't matter what, you can listen every time, and then you have to like, yeah, awesome, you don't, but that's the advantages, that's the pros on this. You could listen it and you still keep going on, you blasting your music forever, you know, it's like that, you go like boom boom, you blasting it, yeah. Advantages of this is you could listen to this and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. Disadvantages of wireless, of going wireless, all you have to do, if you could do this, you gotta just go change the batteries. You know, I might say this is just one disadvantage of this. You gotta change the batteries. The battery gets wasted every time you use a wireless device. This is the problem. This is one thing with wireless devices. You gotta change every time with the batteries out. You gotta change the batteries. Yes, you gotta change the batteries. Same thing with like the remote. You gotta change the batteries, or in that case, charge them. That's an advantage. That's a disadvantage. The advantage of wireless is that you don't have to freaking struggle with a wire or something like that. Yeah, I remember this when I listened to my radio and I using my machine. I'm using a machine at the gym and stuff. This got stuck, and then I mean, well, at least I don't have to like go and charge or change the batteries on these things. I mean, it gets stuck in the machine, but I don't have to freaking, because they have headsets too. I mean, AUX cables to plug it in too, you know, a headphone jack. And then the disadvantages, you get stuck, or you have to like, you know, go close to the TV or whatever it is, or that, you know, that's a disadvantages. Other than that, you don't have to change the battery every time. You don't have to change the battery every time it stops. If it stops sounding, you have to like, you know, like I have to change the battery or charge them. You know, that's it. Justine, I know what it is. I'm happy with it. If you don't like wires, yeah, I mean, I don't miss it when I watch TV and put these things on. Yeah, but yeah, even though it sticks with a dock, but these are I have seen this and I have no problems with the wires, and I have to look like, don't freaking connect in there. I have to go there, stay back, watch TV, keep people quiet, and they're awesome. Same thing with this. Even if Sony one day have to like have wireless Bluetooth compatible TVs, I mean, like their TV has to be I gotta receive Bluetooth compatible devices like this. Then if that day comes, I will just get one of the TVs that Sony makes, and I could use my JBL BT450 BT right there, and I could listen, and I don't have to connect it. But now Amazon has did this stuff. They're on the game. I hope Sony could come in their game and put that in there. Other than that, I mean, I was so proud that I hope it is. I think I subscribe to your newsletter. I see your videos. You are awesome. You are pretty, and I would say we will meet again. We will meet again, because I think I like you. That's it. I like you. That's it. That's the only main thing is, and not to worry about it because I like you. And then I would say, folks, if you are in the video, people, because I was talking to, you know, who it is, Justine, iJustine, right? Because this is a shout out about remote, about wireless technology, and I explained to her about wireless technology. All right, subscribe to the Embargo Man channel, and I'll see you in the next video, because I might say that this wireless technology is so awesome. We went from remote control to Bluetooth compatible devices. You know, I mean, everything has changed. For me, I am like, forget the wires. I'm just saying, if it's not for remote, you're still gonna use the headphone jack, Justine. You're still gonna use the headphone jacks, but thanks to the people who invented the remote control, you now could enjoy all the Bluetooth devices. You could say goodbye to the headphone jack, goodbye to wires, and we all live happily because if with the invention of the remote control, we all enjoy everything wireless. I enjoy watching TV without having to you know, with the headphones and without having to mess with wires. Yes, I love it. I agree with that. And see you in the next vid. Goodbye, and just wish me happy birthday. Bye. See you in the next video.